Today, we're going to be talking about one of my all-time favorite techniques to bring to any leather project, skiving. I am totally kidding. That is not it. We're talking about pedal lifters. That's coming up. Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Reitz. This is Weaver Leather Supply. Today, we're going to be taking a look at one of my all-time favorite techniques for adding life and dimension to a project, and that's pedal lifting. First thing we need to do is we need to tune them up a little bit. Now, straight out of the box, these things do a fantastic job, but we can definitely ramp that up a little bit. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to treat them like a brand new swivel knife blade. What does that mean? Well, basically, we're going to strop the daylights out of them. So what we're doing here is not overly complicated. We're just trying to put a better edge on it, right? We want to sharpen that edge so that it cuts better. And we're going to do it the same way that we would a swivel knife. We want to take our time so that it has just that perfect edge on it that just makes our life so much easier in the future. The way we're going to do that is we're going to strop it like we would a swivel knife. The steps are identical. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure that as we pull it across the strop that we keep it flat. We don't want to rock it up on its end as we get to the end of that pull stroke, because that's going to do the opposite of what we're looking for. It's going to blunt it, not sharpen it. Really take your time, put the best polish you can on it. It's going to make your life so much easier in the future. So let's jump over to one of the projects that I've got that are already in progress. This is one of Jim Linnell's patterns. In fact, there's a lot of his patterns on the Weaver website. So if you're interested in those, be sure to check that out. But this particular pattern, because of the design, has a lot of opportunities for lifting. And what we're looking for are those inside curves. It can be a sharp inside curve, or it can be a more open inside curve. Those are both opportunities for lifting. So how do we use a pedal lifter? Well, essentially what we do is we put the nose of the pedal lifter into that curve and gently start tapping it. That's going to drive it in and down, and it'll start biting into that leather and sliding under, which is going to give us that opening and start lifting. So you've probably seen other leather crafters that will take their pedal lifter, they'll put it down in that little curve, they'll pop it and they'll move, they'll pop it and they'll move. It's a perfectly valid technique. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't prefer that technique simply because I think there's more margin for error with that. I prefer the slow is smooth, smooth is fast approach. And for me, what that means is I'm gonna take my pedal lifter, put it down in there, and I'm gonna work it in gently with multiple gentle taps until I get it to bite in, and then I'm gonna get more aggressive with it. Both are fine, it's just what you're comfortable with. So as we go through this, you're probably going to notice that some of those undercuts, I'm walking that pedal lifter. And I tend to do that the same way that I would a bevel. And the reason for that is some of those more open curves that we have there, those are a perfect opportunity to ease into that lift and then ease back out of it, just like you might taper a swivel cut or something like that. So to show you what I'm talking about a little bit more clearly, we're going to jump over to the tablet real quick. So this cut right here is a perfect example. What you're going to see is I'm going to start somewhere in this general area and I'm going to finish up somewhere around here. And what you're going to notice is as I ease into it, the taps with my maul are going to be pretty gentle. The more I get into this deep portion of the curve right here, I'm going to get a little bit more aggressive. And then as I come through, it's going to lighten up again. And you'll probably notice that I go over certain sections of it multiple times. You don't have to do the whole thing in one run. But what this allows me to do is that I can ease in, then really dig in here to an appropriate level, and then ease back out. And that's going to allow me to fade that lift to make it look more natural. That's going to do it for this video. I will see you in the next one. In the meantime, go make something amazing.